What is up, guys? Intricate Explorer here today. I'm an adventure photographer, and today we're gonna be taking some photos at Chatfield State Park in Littleton, Colorado. What do you guys think? Should I walk across it?
Seems pretty fine to me.
All right, so before we get started, I want to address why I haven't been posting a ton. And it's actually because my dad just got a huge surgery and he could barely walk. It's not great, but he's recovering very well. The thing is, I'm taking care of him for a couple weeks, so I haven't exactly been able to get out and do photography or really travel at all. I will be able to get out and shoot more consistently in about a week, but for now, that's why I haven't been posting a ton. Let's get started. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fly my drone on this place because I think I could get some really sweet minimalist shots with just the ice on it because this whole lake is frozen. There's people out in the middle of the lake, so I'm trusting that it's not gonna break on me, but I did just watch a YouTube video on how to get out of ice if I need to, so we'll see what happens. So as you guys can see, I'm gonna look for a nice patch of white ice, just like that, where I could silhouette myself on it and stand out. If I were to stand on the blue, you wouldn't be able to see me as much, but if I stand on this white patch, you'll actually see my figure a lot more clearly. So one key to getting this right is I really want to show as much of the distance of the ice as possible. So I want to cut the top of the photo right where the horizon is so I can see how far and vast it is, but it's still only ice. One of the hardest things about flying a drone when it's cold out is you have to take your gloves off to use the controller. So my hands are like frozen solid right now. Whew, that already feels better. So big photography tip right there. One of my favorite things to do at places like this where there's not a lot of big epic stuff besides a lake at the state park is to get out your drone because you can really isolate that lake and see it from a completely different perspective above, whereas taking a shot just like this isn't nearly as interesting. Like look at that. You really want that depth of that lake and those crazy ass patterns you saw. That's what you want to do. All right, so moving forward with this channel, there's gonna be a couple changes in 2021. Since I haven't been out shooting, I've been reflecting a lot about how I want to improve this channel moving forward, and I'm gonna do that by giving more photography value. If you've been watching this channel for a long time, since the beginning, I started off doing that really heavily, and in the past couple months, year, I've veered away from that, and I watched some of my recent vlogs and I'm like, I've literally only given like one or two little tiny tips throughout the entire vlog. So I really want to break down photography a lot more, talk about my thought process, and give you guys some information as I'm learning it in the field. So that way there's some kind of benefit coming out of these vlogs besides the occasional laugh or cool B-roll sequence. All right, so as you can see, the sun is rapidly setting over there. I'm gonna head to that part of the lake over there and see if I can get some kind of different perspective. Maybe snag like one more shot before the sun goes down completely. By the way, if you want to watch me edit any of the photos taken in this vlog or any of the other vlogs, there's over 100 hours of content on my Patreon of me live editing all of those photos. So If you wanna learn more about my editing process, I don't talk about it really at all in these vlogs. Click the button in the description below. It says behind the scenes, and you can check those all out. All right, I'm at the corner now, and it honestly looks the exact same as over there. So, I think what I'm gonna do is go for some kind of macro texture shot. I haven't done that in forever, and I'm kind of feeling it right now. So let's see what we got. So the one thing that is different is the ice is a little sketchier over here. So obviously you wouldn't want to walk across this right now because, check that out. That's about to break. So that leads to some really interesting textures. Like, let's see what we can find. Like that, look at that. That is honestly really sweet looking. All right, so I'm gonna take this in from a top-down perspective because it adds a nice little flattening to it. The trick here with textures that I like to do is I like to get a really wide shot so it incorporates all of this in it. And then later on in Photoshop, when I'm editing the photos, I could crop it down to the spots that I think are the most interesting. Because right now, at this angle where I'm like holding the camera like this and it's kind of awkward, it's hard to find a texture pattern that looks really cool that I could crop down to. So I just get the whole thing, and then in post-processing later, I could crop it down to something a little bit more digestible and more interesting to the eye. So check this out. So the reason that shot works so well is because there's contrast in colors. You got the heavy brown contrasted with the heavy blue/white of the ice. So whenever I'm looking for texture kinds of shots, I look for contrast in things. So that can mean contrast in color or contrast in shape or contrast in basically anything. Just look for things that stand out against each other, and that's what makes for a good photo. You guys haven't had the cherry bubbly? It literally tastes like a cherry icy, but it's just sparkling water. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the like, sub, check out the Explore More merch, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Let's go!